Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Techtonica. Between episodes I've gotten some progress done, and the focus that I have for this episode is finishing off the Atlantum smelting. So last time we experimented with it, we figured out what we have to do. Um, what we didn't actually get to smelting. And the reason for that is that we just didn't have a good way to do it, right? And so what we're going to do is I just got the monorail system technology done. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that to bring the Atlantum ore. We're going to crush it there, and then we're going to bring it in. That way we don't have to worry about crushing it here. Then we're going to bring it in. I've already got a modular system set up so we can expand it as needed. But currently it's just the four assemblers here. Kindle Vine goes on the outside because we need the most of that. We need 5 of that. We need 3 Atlantum powder and then a single Shiverthorn. So those go through the middle. And then these are spaced apart enough that the outputs come out on the side. They come out and then they'll meet over here. And if I add more, they can just come over to the side. So we're going to bring Atlantum over here via monorail. Then what we'll do is that we'll send all this powder up top. So I've extended the second floor, let me out, over here. And what we'll do is we'll use a large portion of this area here for smelting, probably going this way. I've also, in order to facilitate that, created a much better biobrick manufacturing. It finally takes the plant matter and limestone and it sends it over. And these 4 fast inserters just aren't enough. We're going to get stack inserters eventually. I know that we have a few. We have 6 of them. But I don't want to use them yet since we don't have a way to make more. Um, Honestly, it's even possible that we bring the monorail through here. But unlikely because of the fact that it's not all the way by the water mills and everything. So I have built the monorail depots, these things here. I have not built any of the poles, so I'll build a handful of those, and then we need tracks. I'll build a handful of those. And as we saw in the warehouse, these monorails have a bunch of outputs, and it looks like this is the uh, import there. So what we'll do is to ensure that we don't run into expansion problems, we'll put them over here. We'll just put this like right here. That's a little in the way. I gotta scooch it over just a few blocks. We'll put it right here, right in front of the waterfall. Actually, what we can do is rotate it if we're gonna put it all the way over there. There we go. And we can just put it right there. Perfect. Now, I don't know how the poles and the rails are gonna work. So we're gonna put that 6, that 7. So I wonder, can I just take the track? I can just take the track. Looks like I need to go pretty far with it. But I can take this way over here. Can I get rid of these rocks? I can get rid of these rocks. Okay, I've decided that I'm not going to do the Atlantum processing here because it produces limestone as a byproduct, and I do not have the capabilities to do limestone processing here because I don't know what to do with the limestone. So I've decided that we're just going to ship the Atlantum ore to the base, and we can do the Atlantum processing there because that means that we can then dispose of the limestone into our usual system. That's not where it needs to be. One more. There. And now we can get inserters out. I don't think that even 3 inserters per drill will be enough to fully extract all of it. I think that they're the only shot we have is using the stack inserters, but I plan to use the stack inserters right here to build or to import them into the monorail system. So we'll go ahead and put that there, and then we'll go ahead and put these stack inserters here. Okay, I'm not sure how this is all going to work, but we can now throw all of the Atlantum ore in there. Do you have any more? I don't see any more. Looks like each inserter does 3 ore per, so that's good to know. But I'll go ahead and take this rail, and I've got a little path laid out for it here. And then we'll go ahead and take this up here, just like so. And then, as long as it'll let me, I'm just going to run this all the way over to this one. It's not going to let me for some reason. So I'll go ahead and just set it so it comes to right. It doesn't let me. Doesn't let me there. Doesn't let me there. Maybe it's because it's in the water, it won't let me. Can I put it up on this rock? No. So, we'll go ahead and try that. Can we, now can we allow this to come out to here? Now that works. Now will this let me connect? No. Why not? I'm not sure. Maybe there's some setting I have to set in this. Because there's items received and items to send. I wonder if I have to make this a send. I'm not sure. I guess we're gonna try another bridge thing. We'll go right here and then just come out like that. So I'll go ahead and build this up to here. And then I'm going to switch away in case that's a bug or something and that's what's doing it. There. Now it connects. Now let's see what's going to happen here. There's nothing here. Preparing to send requires 42 megajoules. I see, so it looks like it needs energy in order to send. Hopefully it doesn't take too much. I wish there was also a way to like even this out so it's not so crooked. But let's see. Capacity 0 megajoules. So this also needs accumulators. It needs accumulators on this grid. So I guess we will put this platform back here. And then we'll go ahead and put this here. I mean, that's going to suck the juice right out of the base. Available is 0. Why is it 0? It should be more. Okay, so it appears that this is one of the bugs that's going to happen in an early access game. And essentially what happens is, notice how I have the charged ones there. If I remove the power cable, it'll start working based off that accumulator charge. See, I just sent that off and now there's not enough accumulator charge. But if I were to then reconnect our power cable, come on, let me reconnect you. Fine, there. It will then read that there is nothing, no available charge for some reason. I'm not sure what the problem is, but the general consensus is that we have to run a power floor. And if we're going to run a power floor, I might as well just run conveyor belts since they do not require energy to run. I don't know. I'm kind of debating on what to do about that because it would be a lot simpler, especially in terms of power cost, to just use belts. And that's unfortunate. I was really hoping that the monorail would work. And even I knew that it had a power cost because it said it in the tech tree. But if it's not going to work, then it's kind of difficult to use it. But I think, at least for the rest of this episode, I will continue to use it because I do want to show off everything that this game has to offer. And I'm hoping that there will be a bug fix soon, basically. So let's go ahead and go this way. And we'll go here. And we'll go down a little bit. Oh. And then we'll go ahead and take this over to here. There we go. Go ahead and connect this back up to where it's supposed to be. Just put it right there, and then got to connect this over to the other pole. And then, of course, I need to connect this pole to the main grid. And now that the power floors are connected, you can see the monorails moving. I'm not sure if this is the intended way the monorail is meant to work, but this is how it is at the moment. I thought that the monorails were supposed to be working through the power steppers and everything. Also note, it is pretty quickly draining power. I seem to be stable for now, but I don't know if that will continue. But that means that we now have Atlantium at the main base. So now that we have Atlantium coming in at pretty quick intervals, it seems like they send pretty frequently. We can now process it and start moving and grooving in terms of Atlantium processing. I'm going to turn this on because I do worry that we're going to run out of power. Even though the accumulators aren't even charging that quickly, but that does ruin my plans for how I want to just bring it in. So what I'll do is, I think we'll have a row of Atlantium, like the grinder thingies, the threshers, up on the second floor, and then we'll have the, where are they at? Here. We'll have a set of threshers up on this floor as well as the smelters. Okay, I've finally got the Atlantium processing all done. So the Atlantium comes out of the monorail, which, holy crap, it already has a ton. Goes up this conveyor, up the steps. It then gets threshed into powder and limestone. The limestone gets carried away into the previous line, and the crushed Atlantium comes down here, follows that, and goes down into the processing down here. They get processed, they get sent off to the right, or this side, and they follow this conveyor belt up. The bio bricks that were getting produced, that were originally stored in this container, now they're going to follow that conveyor up. The bio bricks come on over, right next to the Atlantium dust, and then they head into the smelter system. If you've ever played the game Factorio, this should be very familiar because it's just a smelter with a fuel line and an ore line, and then on the out comes the smelted bar line. And I waited to set the flow with you guys because it's always a really nice sight when everything starts turning on. And afterwards, of course, these are the Mark 1 smelters. I didn't use the Mark 2. You can see how long they take to get smelted. They take forever. But once they finally do, they should come out, get put on the belt, and then sent on their way into this storage crate down here. And for now, I'll just store it, and I'll manually run it over to the hub or whatever it's called, the Victor terminal. And I think that is it for Atlantium. We now have Atlantium ingots being smelted consistently. I'm missing a step here. There. But this is going to take a very long time. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could probably double this system, just split these off, and then go up to the top, make another layer up top. I don't know if I can, simply because I don't know if we have enough bio brick production. Because if we notice, it's pretty much one bio brick per ingot. And while I do have 3 assemblers working, it's not the quickest of things in the world, because, well, right now the output's full, but it's 3 long inserters to try and insert enough plant matter in, and 4 regular inserters trying to get enough limestone, and they still just can't do it in time. But it looks like I'm going to need some more sets of this here. Why aren't you running? I see. So these can actually produce a lot faster. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and make 4 fast inserters and use fast inserters for the Atlantic dust. I won't be able to do that for all of them, unfortunately, because some of them are using long inserters, and there's nothing I can do about that. But hopefully it'll increase some production, because it requires 3. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to make another set of them, which is totally fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, even after a little bit of work, you've gotten all of this all set up for more. I desperately need some either stack inserters or better inserters, because I can now no longer pull out of the machines quick enough, at least with this Kindle Vine extract stuff. I can no longer pull out of the machines quick enough to supplement a full belt going out to these machines because they take 5 Kindle line extract each, and so not. I mean, these ones at the end aren't even running, unfortunately. I would have loved for it to have been able to run, but it's not. But even without it, we are still providing more because we are starting to get a little bit of a backup. And we now have 288 Atlantum ingots. If I were to go ahead and put this into here, we are now making good progress. We just need the copper frames and iron frames, both of which are actually still being produced. So I feel like the next episode we will be upgrading Victor again, and hopefully that gives us some better items. Although I really need to start working on the blue science as well. Because, yeah, we have a couple of the blue items and I have 38. Can I get anything as of this moment? None of that stuff. Can't get any of that stuff. And there's only a bunch of boring stuff in here. Like I can get colored light sticks. No thank you, I'd rather something more useful. So yes, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle getting the blue up, but I will be doing that between episodes as well. Lots of work to be done between episodes. I hope you guys are enjoying Techtonica. I am absolutely loving this game now. Even with all of its flaws, I feel like this could be a really, really good game in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episodes. If you did, please leave a like, and I will see you, all of you guys, next time.